Atma Namaste. Let us ask for divine blessings to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, Guru Master Jyotisri, Mahaguruji meaning all the great ones, Holy Gurus, Guru Masters, Saints, Archangels, Holy Angels, spiritual helpers, all divine helpers, invisible helpers, Buddha, Pon and Buddha, Shakyamuni, all Bodhisattvas, the beings of light, our divine self and higher soul. We humbly invoke for your divine blessings, divine light, divine love, and divine power, for divine peace, divine mercy, divine forgiveness, divine oneness, for divine help, divine support, divine healing. Sorry, healing on all levels, for divine protection on all levels, protection of ourselves, our loved ones, our possessions, belongings, our dreams, desires, wishes, goals, our life purpose and our greatness and all our manifestations. May all be divinely protected, guarded, and shielded by God and the higher beings. Thank you, God, for blessing us with. We invoke to you for the blessings of prosperity, abundance, progress, success, growth. For oneness with you, God, and oneness with all. We are all one, we are one, we are one. Thank you, spiritually, we are all one. Thank you for your divine gifts of the gift of life, that we are alive even now. When so many lakhs of people are dying only in our country, we are still alive, we are still safe, we are still healthy, we are wholesome, we are protected, we have people to love us, we have food on the table to eat, we have shelter above our head, we have security, safety. We are so very grateful to you, God, for your miraculous blessings. So much you love us, God. Boundlessly you love us and you give us. Thank you so much for all that you have given to us and all that you are going to give us in the future. I am that I am. Yes, God, you are within me. I am that I am. I am not the body, I am the speck of God. I am the soul. I am a being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am a being of pure energy with light. I am in complete and permanent control over my body, my emotions, and my thoughts. So be it. I am super receptive, super conductive, and super grateful. Yes, God, I am one with you. I am one with all. I am super receptive, super conductive, and super grateful. Om, Amen, Amin, Tathastu, Tathastu. You know, something just came to my mind when I said I'm a being of pure energy and light. So whenever we say I am, you visualize that you are the consciousness of God. You are actually the speck of God. The moment you can visualize that, the moment you can idealize that, you can connect to that, you are actually connecting to the Parabrahman. These are small little secrets, but if you can really do it, you are then one with the Parabrahman. So automatically you're getting the energies of the Parabrahman or the Brahmatma. So we have Jivatma, which is the incarnated soul, Atma, which is the soul, then Paramatma, which is a speck of God, that is called divine spark in English, and then you have Brahmatma. So Parabrahman is nothing but Brahmatma. So you connect to Brahmatma the moment you remember that you are the soul, you are a being of pure energy and light. Now let me just give you one little example. Every nucleus that we have, in the nucleus, in the protons, in the nucleus we have protons, in the atoms we have protons and neutrons, right? There is 99% of it is empty space within that. You know that empty space is not empty. That empty space has the pure energy of God. That empty space has plasma. So that energy that is there within, it does not have any mass. It does not have any weight. Just like light. Light is energy, but it does not have any mass. Sound is energy. It does not have any mass. It just has frequencies. So every cell of our body, every nucleus, there is this pure energy with light from God or from the universe, which does not have mass. So actually your soul energy is within every nucleus. We have problems in our life, we have diseases when the soul energy is not reaching, there is obstacle or blockage which is not reaching into the nucleus of our cells, into the atom of our cells. When that is occupied by negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative feelings, those negative feelings, negative emotions, negative thoughts, these are also plasma, pure energy, which through a Kirlian camera, through a GDV camera, it can be shot. Fire is plasma. Fire is not gas. It is burning gas. Why? Because gas has the molecules, there is a space in between. The moment you are heating fire, the molecules become even more sparse. Solid has condensed, matter has condensed mass. So it has all the molecules together, condensed, density is high. The moment you heat that, it becomes liquid, the density becomes, low, where the molecules actually become far away from each other. When you heat that further, it becomes air or gas, where the molecules become even more far, right, spaced out. You heat that further, it becomes fire or plasma. Plasma is where the molecules, atoms, photons, atoms are far from each other, very far. That is why we can't see it, but we can feel it. We can feel love, we can feel hatred, we can feel anger, we can feel jealousy. You do not have to prove anybody whether you love or not. Even if you don't say, if you love somebody, your mother loves you, your husband, wife, spouse loves you, your children loves you, your parents love you, do they have to say that they love you, or do you feel their love? Even though maybe your spouse, your child, or your parents are far away, maybe your father, I'm just giving an example, a father who is in the army and in the battlefield, does he not feel the love of his wife? Does the wife or the children not feel the love of the father who is a soldier in the army, who is in the Kargil war? How can you feel it? Because it is pure energy. It does not have mass. Just like light or sound, it can travel anywhere. Thoughts, whatever we think, it is pure energy. It just has certain molecules which create the image, the imagination that we have, that is there in a thought energy. That is why it is called thought form, because it has a form. So when we would do these, we would read these comics in our childhood, we would see a person who is thinking, there would be like a cloud formation near the head with the image of what he's thinking. No dialogue, right? Actually, in the higher science, in the meta world, metaphysics world, actually that is what happens when we imagine. There is the energy which pops out from the Ajna chakra. It pops out, it floats into our aura. Aura is already our energy body, right? So in this energy body, that thought floats around. It has the atoms of that thought. It has a specific shape, a color, a density it is created. Every time you think of that same thought, every time you imagine the same thing, you are adding more molecules to that thought form. So when more molecules are going, then the density, it becomes dense, dense, dense. So when that thought form, you have been thinking, I want this, I want to be a pilot, I want to be a pilot, I want to be a pilot. Since your childhood, you have been thinking, thinking, thinking. Then what happens? It becomes so dense, it becomes like a solid, it manifests, it materializes, it happens in your life. In your physical world, in your physical life, it actually happens. So there is one point of time when it becomes dense, it starts attracting all the results. So what happens is, suppose you wanted to be a pilot. So one point of time, you will be attracting that in the newspaper. You are seeing that there is there are aviation industries asking for application. Suddenly you will come across a signboard or advertisement. They say, we are going to sponsor scholarship. If you have this much of, your score is this much, then we will sponsor you for higher study. So you are attracting all those results in your life which will help you to materialize that dream of yours. How does that happen? It happens like that. So every thought, every word has energy. It has molecules, it has atoms, it has protons, it has neutrons. Every word has energy. It's sound energy. Everything that you write has energy. So when you are shouting at a person, it has a sharp energy, which actually that energy goes and pierces into the aura of that person, making cracks and holes in the aura. And the moment there is a crack and hole in the aura, that person is susceptible to diseases. Any disease can enter easily through that aura. So when we are thinking negative, we are sending sharp thought energies. If it is negative, sharp thought energies which goes and pierces into the aura of that person. So suppose somebody is very envious. We are, you're envious or jealous of somebody, or you have hatred towards any religion or anything. No, I hate them. No, they are not good. No, we criticize. What is happening? Those thoughts, those thought forms which has sharp energies, goes and pierces into all those. Suppose it is, I'm just giving you an example, suppose it is particularly a sect or a religion. All those people who are into that religion, it goes and it pierces into their auras. So we are creating karma by thoughts, by words. When we are strongly saying something negative, it goes and hits those people. That is why we are creating karma. Everything that we write, it has energy. It has, a kind of vibration. So in this whole universe, if you study quantum physics, quantum mechanics, if you study metaphysics, you will see that everything is energy. Even the solid things that we are seeing, whether it is mountains, whether it is table, chair, books, actually those are small particles vacillating in a very high rate. Very fast it is, vacillating, only because it is very dense, very close to each other. You see it as a solid, but actually these have of course mass. That's why it is visible. Our body, it's actually a vibration of molecules. Our body, 70% of our body is liquid, right? So, and then there is gaseous substance. Solid is actually very little. So what is happening is that these are all molecules, energies which we are composed of. Every thought has energies, every body, the body has energy, everything has, it is all about energy. Only when you are aware of it, how you look at it, how you understand, what you understand of it, your perception, your knowledge and wisdom, when it all comes aligned together, then you understand the higher truth. Truth is dynamic. Truth has 7 layers or 7 levels. So it is, I'm not going into it deeply now. So there are, there are different levels of truth. So for example, giving you an example, if you have read in your childhood, that Buddha had taught about this story where, the elephant was there and there were 4 blind people. So one was touching the trunk of the elephant and he said, oh, this is okay. That means the elephant is like a tree or like a snake. Sorry, he perceived it as a snake. Somebody who touched the leg, he said, oh, okay, elephant means it's like a tree trunk. Somebody who touched the ear, they felt something else. So 4 of them perceived the elephant in 4 different ways. It's not that their perception was entirely wrong, but the whole picture they were not able to see. So you will be able to see they would be able to see the whole picture if they were not blind, if they had eyes to see everything. So we human beings, we are all blinded to a certain extent to see the higher truths. So when we are seeing something from this lower level, we feel that is the only truth. But when you go to the higher level, then you see, oh, this also is a bigger dimension of that truth. For example, a child, a baby, a 2-year-old child, you may say, don't talk to strangers. They are harmful. So a baby knows, no, I should not talk to strangers. That is the truth, the reality of a child. When the child becomes a teenager, then we tell them, okay, you can talk to strangers, provided we parents, we should know with whom you are talking, with whom you are hanging around, with whom you are going, right? So then the higher level of truth is revealed to that child. The child knows, okay, that means it is okay to talk to strangers as long as my parents know about it. Then when that teenager becomes an adult, then you reveal, okay, now you've become an adult, you know what is right and wrong for you. So it is okay to talk to strangers. So then the higher level of truth is revealed, and the child knows, then the adult knows that it's okay to talk. That means now I can talk to strangers freely. I don't have to report to my parents. I don't have to be scared of the strangers, and I can talk to them. So then the higher level of truth was revealed. So in this way, even when our consciousness level, our understanding level is growing, higher levels of truth is revealed. You will never teach geometry to a class 1 child, because the class 1 child will not understand. But when he goes to class 9, then he understands, okay, a field has got a diameter, a circle has got a diameter, a radius, etc. A field, when we are measuring a field, the square feet, then we have to take into consideration the width, the length, and this is how we should do it. The higher levels of truth are revealed. So when we are ready as a soul, as the speck of God that is there within our body, that is evolving every day with new experiences, with new knowledge, with wisdom, with our intelligence. Our intelligence is growing continuously. It is dynamic. It is growing. As it grows, truth is dynamic, higher truths are revealed. When higher truths are revealed, your vibrations are raised. When your vibrations are raised, you reach at higher levels of understanding. When you when your vibrations are very high, then what happens? Then lower vibrations cannot harmonize with you. They cannot come, connect with you. Just giving you an example. A PhD person, if a PhD person, a class 1 child goes and starts explaining, something to him, will the PhD person will laugh. What are you trying to tell me? ABCD, I've learned it long back. You're trying to teach me how to make words. I've learned it long back. So similarly, when your vibrations, when your frequencies reach at higher dimensions, there are many, many dimensions. When it goes to a higher dimension, then what happens? The lower dimension energies, the lower energies, the lower natures, the lower emotions, the lower problems, the lower crises, they will not be able to affect you in any way. That is why initially when I started these sessions to do them regularly, I started to do it eradicating fear, panic, trauma, shock, all those. Why? Because those are lower vibrations. With everyday sessions, with the discourses and the healings that we have been doing, the vibrations and frequencies of every person who is seeing it or participating in it, their frequencies and vibrations are going up, up, up. So when they are reaching at higher vibrations, what happens? Lower vibrations cannot affect or touch your life. The virus has a low vibration. The coronavirus has a very, very low vibration. When are people affected by it? People who are becoming panicked, people who are engulfed with fear. The moment they have fear, the moment they are having panic, their vibrations are going down. The moment their vibrations are going down, their immunity of their physical body is going down. So the moment you come down to that low level, -1, the virus is at the level of -1, you then become friends with the virus. The moment you have gone down to the level of the virus shakes hands with you. And you allow the virus to sit in your body. And you say, okay, chalo, मैं rent पे देता हूँ मेरा body, आप आ जाओ इधर रहो. So that's what we are doing. We do not realize actually what is the cause, what is happening. That is why, if you remember in one session I had said, sorry, I'll just have a little water. If you remember, in one session I had said that people who are spiritual, people who are connected to God, people who are into regular practices, then what is happening? They will not be affected by pandemic. They will not be affected by the coronavirus. The reason being that regularly it is like, recharging your body. Every day you are having food so that the body is alive. You don't eat for 1 year, will you be alive? No. If you don't brush your teeth every day, will your teeth be clean and non-smelly? No. If you want it to be non-smelly, you have to brush your teeth every day. If you want to look fresh, you have to wash your face every day. Similarly, if you want to be healthy in a wholesome way, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, and socially, relationship wise, in all areas of life, you want to remain on that higher level and go higher and higher and higher, then regularly you have to be in connection with, this, with spirituality. And when we do any spiritual practice, whether it is yoga, whether it is meditation, whether it is any kind of healing, whatever it is, when you are trying to pick up something with one finger, you can pick up maybe 10 grams or 100 grams packet with one finger. If you want to pick up 1 kg, it is difficult, strenuous. But when you have the whole hand, you can pick up 10 kgs easily. So when you are alone meditating or you are alone doing any spiritual practice, your capacity to bring down those high frequencies down to yourself is very low. You can bring down quantitatively 10 grams of divine energy. When instead of you are, suppose you are 7 people or 3 people together, instead of 10 grams, 3 of you can bring down 300 grams. Because in one finger, I could pick up only 100 grams. With one hand, 10 kgs I can pick up. That is the power of group practices. That is the power of, unity. That is the power of oneness. So that is why always you should think of oneness. We are all one. The moment you're thinking we are one, you have the powers of everyone. The moment you separate yourself from the whole, your powers fall down. You do not have the frequencies, vibrations, energy, or the power of the whole as a group. So when you do regular practices, when you are into spirituality regularly, even if you are attending regular sessions, what is happening is it is rejuvenating you continuously. It is purifying and cleansing you continuously, flushing out everything. What happens is when we were, in our childhood, for example, just giving you an example, there is this author called Louise Hay. If you have heard about her, Louise Hay, when she was 5 years old, she was raped she was with her mother. She used to live as a tenant in America. So the landlord had raped her. And she was so scared that at that age that it developed into a inhibition, a negative feeling. That negative feeling accumulated toxins, toxic energy in and around her vagina. So when she grew up, she developed cancer in the vagina, in the uterus region. How did it develop? Because continuously she used to feel negative, think negative, and sense negative about sex and all those things. So all those energies, when continuously she was adding more and more energy to it, and that organ, that area was filled with that toxic energy, it became cancerous. She healed it herself. When she realized, how did she heal? She went into higher vibrations, our higher frequencies, connecting to higher realms. And then when those high energies came down, it all flushed out. She was healed. She did not have to go to the doctor. She did not have to take any medical help. Right? So this is why it is so important. If you know, if you realize, then you will be able to be free of all problems which are low vibrations, all challenges which are low vibration, all negative people around you. You know, negative people will not come into your life anymore. They will or not want to be in your life because they cannot stand that high vibration. They cannot handle your energy. You are so powerful. Energetically, your aura is so powerful. You radiate so much of purity and higher, frequencies, that what you will automatically attract is prosperity, abundance of everything, abundance of love, abundance of happiness, abundance of joy, materialistic abundance of money, abundance of wealth, abundance of success, abundance of progress. Everything you will be attracting only on higher realms. So again, I will explain in a very simple way. Think, you are just a tiny person. There's a huge mountain in front of you. So when you look at the mountain, it's a huge mountain, and you're thinking, how will I cross this mountain? My God, I have to climb several days, reach the peak, and then go down. And it's such a big problem for you. Each time you are into spiritual practices, what is happening? That little man, he is being empowered, and he's growing, becoming bigger, and one day he becomes bigger than the mountain. And as he continues, his vibrations go so high that he becomes so big that the mountain becomes like a pebble in front of him. No change has happened to the mountain. Only the change has happened to the person. But that mountain has become a pebble in front of him. So then what happens? He can easily cross over that pebble. It's no more a problem. This is how things in the spiritual world happens. In the inner world, this is how you manifest and materialize what you want, what your desires are. Only wanting it will not just suffice. You can keep, the secret, in the book Secret, actually Master has taught these 35 years back. Secret has come just a few years back. 15-20 years back the book has come. So all that is there in the book of Secret is there in our school right from the beginning. Only that we publicly did not announce those. We privately, personally, we just practiced it. So all that you desire, you can have it only when your vibrations raise. When will you have vibrations will raise? You will go positive when you are eliminating all the negatives, all the lower nature that you have, lower emotions, lower thoughts, lower negative thoughts, negative intentions. Those you are gradually, automatically it will happen. You don't have to make any effort. Every day the discourses that you're attending, it will flush out all those. And it will take you higher, and you will reach a place when you will see the moment you think of something, it is happening in your life. The moment you speak of something, it is happening in your life. How is it happening? Because it's so pure. So whatever pure thought you have, instantly it materializes. Okay. So this is what how vibrations heal, how frequencies heal our life. So what is important is to raise our vibrations regularly, on a regular basis, constant. Okay. So we will do a small meditation, which I would like to flush out some negativities from within. Close your eyes. So just relax your body, relax your mind. Visualize you are in a beautiful garden or in a beautiful place surrounded by nature. It could be the mountains. You are walking on the meadows, on the fields, soft grass under your feet. You can see lush green fields in front of you. It could be near the sea, on the sea beach. You're walking bare feet on the golden sand, and you see seagulls, the cool breeze blowing. Sometimes the cool water of the sea is coming and touching, the waves come and touch your feet. Or you could be in the mountains, waterfalls around, you're sitting by the waterfall and seeing the snow peaks on the other side of the valley. It could be the forest, dense green forest, tall trees, and there is a river flowing. You're walking along with it. There are birds chirping. You are feeling very happy. There is immense joy, peace, and happiness within you. There's so much of peace, so much of contentment, bliss. You are just enjoying every moment of your existence in this place that you are, whether it is the mountains or the sea or the forest or the fields. You are just enjoying. You're so peaceful, so happy. You're feeling one with nature, one with God, one with all that is around you. As you are walking past this place, suddenly you see someone approaching to you. You are curious. Who is this in this deep forest or in this high mountains? And as it approaches, you see your favorite angel or your favorite deity, whoever it is, whether it is Ganesha or Shiva or Parvati, or whether it is Archangel Michael or Archangel Gabriel. You encounter with your favorite deity who you connect with a smiling face. This great being looks at you and says, "My dear child, I have come to you to take away all your pains, worries, anxieties, all your sufferings, trauma, shocks." You bow down and say, "Lord God, I'm so blessed you are here. I already feel healed." And like magic, actually feel you're completely healed on all levels, through time and space. Your body is healed. Your mind is healed. Your thoughts and emotions are healed. Your relationships are healed. Your finances are healed. Your entire life is healed. You are feeling one with God. You are feeling contented and fulfilled. You're feeling whole. Every cell of your body is rejoicing this happiness. Every cell of your body is rejoicing this peace. Your whole existence is filled with peace, with bliss, with ecstasy, with profound joy, with happiness, with contentment. Your whole body, all your chakras, your meridians, your cells, every cell of your body is rejoicing, smiling, feeling so happy. Every cell of your body is smiling, is be it. Tathastu, I grant your wish fulfilled. Carry on your life in this peaceful manner. You will have all the best of life. And then he turns away and walks away to the beautiful nature. As you look around, you feel even more happier, even more peaceful, even more contented, blissful. You're so overjoyed, you feel like sharing this with your loved ones, with your family. So let us return to our homes. Let us return to our bodies. Be aware of all that is around you now. Come back to your bodies. Move your fingers, move your toes. Take your hands up in blessing position. Share the excess energy with your loved ones, with your relatives, friends, the world at large. Think of Mother Earth as a small ball. All the people over there. Share all the excess energies that you possess. God, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring love. Where there is despair, let me bring hope. Where there is doubt, let me bring faith. Where there is darkness, let me bring light. Where there is sadness, let me bring joy. Where there is poverty, let me bring prosperity. Where there is lack, let me bring abundance. Where there is negativity, let me bring positivity. Where there is ignorance, let me bring wisdom. Where there is evil, let me bring divinity and purity. Thank you, God, for making me an instrument of healing, of joy, of happiness, of prosperity, of abundance. May anybody who touches my life, my aura, be filled with love, peace, happiness, joy, prosperity, abundance, and healing. God, where there is fear and insecurity, let me bring protection. Let me bring safety and security. Now let us bless Mother Earth. May Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. May Mother Earth be regenerated, revitalized, and rejuvenated. May Mother Earth be completely healed. May Mother Earth be blessed with good water, good air, good earth. Visualize golden energy pouring down from your hands and going into that small globe of Mother Earth. In the center of Mother Earth is the bleeding heart of the earth. This healing energy is moving there, pinkish orange light moving into the bleeding heart of Mother Earth and healing it. And gradually all the water, the air is purifying. Mother Earth, whatever destruction we have done on Earth, whether by construction or whether by deforestation, all is getting healed. Thank you, Mother Earth, for deeply rooting me and anchoring me to you. Thank you for all your blessings, the materialistic life that I have, all the prosperity and abundance, materialistic prosperity and abundance that you are giving me. I gratefully thank you for it. Thank you, God. Let us thank God. Thank you, God, for your divine blessings, divine light, love, and power, for peace, prosperity, abundance, healing, protection, and a wholesome healing session which has healed my life. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you in full faith. So be it, so be it, so be it, so be it. Om. Amen. Amen. Open your eyes. So, I purposely told you to make a wish, because that point of time your vibrations were very, very high. Your frequencies were at a very high level. So that's why I said now make a wish, so that, it manifests or it materializes. I hope you have enjoyed today's sessions. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to serve all of you. I will see you tomorrow again. Have a lovely day. Love you all. Bye.